An Indian origin police officer, Constable Tarun Bali, was killed while carrying out his duties during the operation in Northern Ontario. He was just 29 years old, and according to Ontario Provincial Police or OPP, Bali was assisting the search of 18-year-old hospital patient who had escaped while being assessed under the Canada's Mental Health Act. This incident happened near a remote community area in the Northern Ontario, around 600 kilometers northwest of the Sudbury. Now, police officers say that this officer was trying to locate and stop the suspected when Constable Bali was struck by a vehicle during the operation. He was serving his James Bay detachment at the time when he had been hit with the OPP for more than 2 years. Now, authorities later arrested 18-year-old suspect. He also has been charged with the first-degree murder, and then accused faces multiple charges including dangerous driving and fleeing from the police. Investigators have not released the suspect's identity so far, and the case remains under the active investigation. So, Canadian media reports suggest that officers attempting to stop the vehicle using a spike belt when the fatal incident occurred. Now, investigators are now working to understand exactly what really happened and how the tragedy unfolded. Now, the death of the Constable Bali has triggered an outpouring of grief across the whole Ontario. Not only in Canadians, but also in Indians. OPP Commissioner Thomas also described Bali as a dedicated officer who had dreamed of joining the police force since childhood. The commissioner shared an emotional story about seeing a photograph of 2-year-old Tarun Bali saluting beside a picture of police officer, showing that the law enforcement had always been in his passion. The OPP Association called the loss every police family's worst nightmare, and then described Bali as a respected and well-linked member of the police force. Ontario Premier Doug Ford also paid the tribute, paying that deeply saddened of the officer's death and extended condolences to Bali's family, friends, and fellow officers. Now, the tragedy also highlights the risk the police officers face every day. Whether responding to emergencies, tracing the suspects, or even protecting the communities, police and the workers often work unpredictable and in the dangerous situations. An investigator continued their work. Constable Tarun Bali is being remembered not only as police officer who had been very dedicated towards his family, but also serving the nation despite of Indian origin. Now, his story is a reminder that behind every uniform is a family, a dream, and a commitment to public service. And sometimes that commitment comes at the highest possible cost.